Bornhagen, Germany. No one in the village saw it coming, least of all Bjorn Hawk, a quiet and well-liked local father of four who also happens to be Germany's most notorious far-right politician. Last January, at a rally in Dresden, Mr. Hawk questioned the guiding precept of modern Germany, the country's culpability in World War II and the Holocaust, calling on Germans to make a 180-degree turn in the way they viewed their history. Germans were the only people in the world to plant a monument of shame in the heart of their capital, he said, referring to the Holocaust Memorial in Berlin. And then, one recent Wednesday morning, Mr. Hawk woke up in his rural home to find the Holocaust Memorial outside his bedroom window, 24 rectangular concrete slabs, one section of the original monument, rebuilt to scale on the property immediately neighboring his. The only difference, the slabs had been rotated 180 degrees. We wanted to remind Mr. Hawk that he can turn German history however much he likes, it doesn't change, said Philipp Ruch, co-founder of a Berlin-based artist collective known as the Center for Political Beauty and, at least on paper, Mr. Hawk's new neighbor. The memorial has put an uncomfortable national spotlight on Bornhagen, a village of 309 inhabitants on the former border of East and West Germany in the fabled rolling hills of Thuringia, where the Brothers Grimm long ago collected fairy tales. Mr. Hawk, a history teacher turned local chief of the Alternative for Germany, or AfD, has called the village his refuge and locus of inspiration. But behind its idyllic facade, Bornhagen reflects the new, confusing reality of a Germany where polite political consensus and demographic homogeneity are breaking down, and where the intimate and ideological live side by side. The far-right AfD won 34% of the vote in Bornhagen during the most recent elections, more than twice the national average. But neighbors are neighbors. Supporters of the left-leaning Greens go hunting with AfD voters here. Recent refugees live peacefully in the village, too. Until the memorial appeared overnight on November 22, these contradictions had coexisted peacefully, at least on the surface. But the art installation has upset village life. For many, it has forced a conversation they would have preferred to avoid. "We don't talk about politics," said a friend of Mr. Hawk's wife, who like many villagers did not want her name used. But Mr. Hawk's remarks, which had shocked even some in his own party though it decided not to expel him, have made that mind-your-own-business custom harder to abide for some. And they have raised a challenging question that goes far beyond this village: how should Germans deal with the rise of the far right, now that an openly nationalist party has entered parliament for the first time since World War II? For Mr. Ruch and his fellow artists, the answer is clear: people like Mr. Hawk deserve not 1 millimeter. He broke the mother of all taboos, he challenged the founding narrative of modern Germany and he got away with it, said Mr. Ruch, who was born in Dresden and now lives in Berlin.